Don't you ever sleep at all?
Why are you here? What do you want?
Oh god, it's happening, bro. Don't talk to me. I do not want to hear it, okay? I don't want to hear it.
If I fight and defeat you now, then in the next round I can battle the one I really want to face, Sasuke.
Dosu's one of my favorite one-off characters in Naruto, but let's be honest, dude's reasoning to try to kill Gaara makes no sense. This is the matchups, by the way, with Dosu being 8 and Gaara being 3. And if my calc is right, then I'm pretty sure killing Gaara wouldn't have changed when or if you fought Sasuke, because no matter what, you would have been fighting him in the last round. I love Dosu, but yeah, he's not really making a whole lot of sense.
When the moon is full, its blood boils.
I know this is pretty obvious, but this is Shukaku partially taking over Gaara. But this actually brings up something. There's a pretty common belief that the full moon makes people, like, more crazy or whatever. So do you think that's actually why Shukaku's more active in Gaara's head during full moons? My goat! Okay, but real quick, if you zoom in and slow down the shot, you can actually see Dosu try to dodge it here. He just wasn't fast enough. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear it. Okay, but before we go any further into this episode, I actually want to tell you why it makes sense for the show to end Dosu's mewing streak. Long story short, he doesn't really serve a use to the story anymore. If he's kept alive, he would need to be included in the attack, and that would just feel forced. And you could say that he would be able to betray Orochimaru and join the Leaf, and you're not totally wrong, but at the same time, Dosu knows he's just a pawn for Orochimaru, so leaving him wouldn't actually affect him. And Dosu thinks something that would affect Orochimaru is killing Sasuke. But obviously he's not thinking all that rationally, because he went for Sasuke's opponent and not Sasuke directly. Overall, yeah, I'm sad that Dosu died, but to be completely honest, I have no, actual problems with it. In my head, it makes sense, and also shows more of Gaara's mental instability, which is gonna be pretty important soon.
But I thought he was a guinea pig intended to test the power of that kid, Sasuke.
What? Is Kabuto in league with the Sand Ninja?
What? Really? There's no way! There's no way!
If they know who you are, and if people find out that you're having a secret meeting here with me, then the plan to destroy the Leaf Village will be completely ruined.
Okay, let's get into this too. The second Hayate heard this, he should have fucked off. You heard everything you need to just get out of there. Okay, I was only kind of sorta joking there, but in all seriousness, I actually want to talk about how much of a bomb drop this line is. It's so out of nowhere, but the sheer fact that these two have met up, you kind of get the sense that something's happening. But it's still a huge moment and shifts the underlying tone of the anime all the way until the attack.
The sand won't make a move till the last moment. This is the will of the Kazekage.
Now, if this was the actual plan for the sand not to make a move, it's kind of weird that when the attack actually happens, the sand are the people that sound the signal, aka make the first move. But I don't actually think that's a mistake. I actually think it's comparing the actual Kazekage's plan and Orochimaru's. Because the Kazekage's plan was actually to go at the last second. But once Orochimaru took control of the sand, aka killing the Kazekage, the plan shifted into making the sand look like the primary attackers. And all of that aligns with what Orochimaru says in an earlier episode about how he essentially wants to start a war.
To think our ally, the Sand Village, has a secret pact with the Sound Village.
It's kind of weird, but I don't actually think it's mentioned that the Sand and Leaf are allies. But still, it helps the overall punch of the Sand's betrayal.
Well, what do we have here, if it isn't the exam proctor? What in the world do you think you're doing? Coming here all alone?
Spying on you. Probably should have left a little sooner, but type shit.
Leaf-style crescent moon dance!
Have you ever thought that this technique, should have done more? I definitely have, but I also think I found out why it doesn't. Just a little heads up, this is probably the most headcanon you will ever hear out of me, so just prepare yourself. In a couple shots earlier, there's an obvious full moon, and Hayate used the crescent moon dance. So at least in my head, it makes sense that if the moon was a crescent moon, it would have done more. It honestly could be the attack is just ass, or even the armor is for some reason really tough, but only on the shoulder region, but who knows?
Stopping a physical sword is easy. However, a wind sword is a different story. No one can stop it.
First off, how cool is a wind sword? Wish that was used more. And second off, you reckon Naruto probably could have mastered a wind sword if he really wanted to? Why is Naruto standing like that?
Hi, Master Jiraiya. Shouldn't you pay attention to me now? I'm just desperate for someone to train me, and you're the only one who can do it, Super Hunky Sensei.
Will you shut the hell up?
You said that when you exerted enormous strength, you felt red chakra.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know how else to describe it.
This is a way of telling us that he doesn't know that it's the Nine-Tails chakra before it gets outright told to us. Honestly, it's a good choice for Naruto to not know it's the Nine-Tails chakra too. It gives us more of an outside look while also feeling like these characters actually have their own unique perspective. And that makes the exposition come off as natural.
Naruto probably still hasn't realized that his red chakra is really the Nine-Tailed Fox's chakra.
Like, this is something that the viewer can pretty much piece together in our head because we're not that dumb, but it's something that Naruto hasn't figured out. So Jiraiya just outright saying this tells us Naruto's oblivious to it while also confirming it to us.
If you want to use this technique, you'll have to be able to pull out all the stops and tap into the other chakra that's been dormant within you, summoning it up at a moment's notice.
I'm gonna mention this later, but Jiraiya teaching Naruto the summoning jutsu is actually still training Naruto's chakra control. The difference is he's not controlling his blue chakra, he's training to be able to summon and harness his red chakra whenever he wants. And Jiraiya is essentially using the summoning jutsu to be able to slowly work his ability to gather more of that chakra over time.
Listen up! All of us are gonna have one great big battle royale! The last one left standing will be the strongest me!
First off, Battle Royale was a Japanese film in the 2000s that had people similar age as Naruto. So if that's a callback, cool. But second off, it's something only Naruto would do, and one of the things that set him apart early on is how he thinks. So, good job.
Well, sure enough, just like I thought, I'm the strongest me.
He's fucking dead. Cool little thing I know, but the reason Jiraiya summons a toad is because of Japanese folklore. I'm actually going to mention all of that later during the three-way deadlock, because honestly, it makes a lot more sense to talk about it then.
Go ahead, open that scroll and take a look inside. It's a contract with the summoning toads that's been handed down from earlier generations of ninja.
So as Naruto opens this, right, at least if he can read, or was caring enough to read, he would see Minato's name, right? And, I don't know, maybe he'd realize Jiraiya taught Minato? I'm probably reaching here, but still. If anyone watching this can understand Japanese, and I mean like writing, can you please tell me if Minato's name is in this contract? I kinda need to prove a point.
Ninja Art Summoning Jutsu!
Just like walking on water, this is probably where everyone started, right? Let's just be honest. It's part of the journey. He's not ass, he's just inexperienced. Like, bruh, Jiraiya's hating on him and everything, like, chill.
Hayate, what in the world happened to you?
I'm not gonna lie, off rewatches and knowing the history with this person and Hayate, I'm not gonna lie, it makes me sad. I 100% think it's retcon, but I don't think it matters. It still makes you sad that she found his body. Don't get me wrong, his useless ass still deserves to die, but still, she didn't deserve to see it. To be honest, this episode's actually pretty good. It's still training, so it's destined to feel a little bit slow, but when you actually look at it, some pretty important stuff happens. My goat gets fucking obliterated off this earth, Hayate gets what he deserves, and Naruto learns the summoning jutsu. And not to mention, we finally get to learn about the attack, while also seeing more of that unstable side from Gaara. Overall, even though this episode feels slow, it's jam-packed with some pretty crucial stuff while also being entertaining. So I can't really complain. This episode, like the start of every season, is set up, and it's well executed, so good job. Next episode, A Feeling of Yearning, A Flower Full of Hope.